listening to Vet Candy.
Welcome to Brain Smarts with Vet Candy, the only vet news show where you might accidentally learn something. Right after laughing so hard you choke on your iced coffee. I'm Clay Palmer.
And I'm Caitlin Palmer, veterinary receptionist, trivia enthusiast, and proud two-time loser to a hamster in a battle of wits.
He was very strategic. I saw the footage.
That wheel wasn't just for cardio, it was calculating.
Every week we bring you 3 weird and wild animal headlines, a stack of trivia, and enough sarcasm to tranquilize a moose.
And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, bringing in someone way smarter than us to make us look good by association.
Today's guest is basically the Swiss Army knife of veterinary medicine, except instead of corkscrews and toothpicks, she's got legal codes and ADHD-fueled superpowers.
She's a registered veterinary technician, a Purdue instructor, and soon-to-be legal scholar, and a human laser beam for spotting regulatory nonsense from a mile away.
If you've ever looked at a piece of legislation and thought, gee, I wish someone could rewrite this into something that doesn't make me want to cry, Ashli Selke is that someone.
She's led NAVTA, she serves on Indiana's Veterinary Medical Board, and she can probably draft a statute faster than you can microwave a burrito.
Please welcome to Brain Smarts the only person we trust with both a stethoscope and a legal pad, Ashli Selke.
Woohoo! Welcome!
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
We're excited you're here. So tell us about Purdue. That's amazing.
Oh, Purdue's great. It's in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. So in case anybody doesn't know where it is. So West Lafayette, Indiana. And I am an instructor for the veterinary nursing distance learning program. And we have the largest undergraduate online program of the whole university. So they really like us.
That's amazing. So you can do completely online, kind of like Penn Foster?
Yes, completely online. We have a special, I can't think of the name of it, not a special, but where you can get in-state tuition as long as you have like a buddy. So as long as you say somebody in Kentucky, if they have themselves and one other person at their practice to Purdue together, then they give them in-state tuition. Are those rates that they give like the corporations and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Now, what if one of the buddies drops out? Do you get to keep your discount if you stay?
I do not know the answer to that one. I haven't thought about it.
Do right by your buddy, guys.
No, your friend's not here.
So we were talking earlier and you said you have 2 Frenchies and I need to know about your babies.
So I have 2 Frenchies, the dogs that keep the veterinary field in business.
They really do.
They really do. And so I have Gertie. Gertie, she was a former breeding dog and that got a pyometra. And she was owned by a high-end pet store, boutique store. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they...
No puppy mill.
Yeah, they didn't have a need for her anymore because she couldn't make puppies. So I was like, let me have her.
Oh gosh. They were considering the alternative, huh?
Yes. And then there's Jasper. He's a different breeding dog from like a private breeder. And I think he was just a little too rambunctious or something. Because he's that second kid hits different. Like he's Gertie's an angel. And I was just like, oh, they're such good dogs. I'm going to get this another one. It's going to be heaven. And then a second kid keeps you on your toes.
I was hoping you would say the other dog's name was Hurdy. So you'd have Hurdy and Gertie. And for the nerds out there, that's a medieval instrument.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I was looking for a girl one, and I really wanted to name her Jandis. Like, darn it, Jandis.
Just the old people names.
I love old people names for dogs.
We have a cat named Harold.
Love it.
He's like 3 months old.
But in like 10 years.
Right, when he's an old cat, it's going to be the perfect name. Right, yeah. Story 1. $11 million and not 1 cent for dog sunglasses. First up, Leon College just got a casual $11 million to launch a shelter medicine program.
Not to be dramatic, but that's enough to buy 22 million generic heartworm pills or like 4 emergency vet visits in California.
So question time. What's the least productive way to spend that donation? A Netflix reality show called Real House Pets of Arkansas. B, gold-plated litter boxes with heated seats. Or C, a scholarship for cats who play chopsticks on piano.
I'm going to choose A, the House Pets of Arkansas.
That is correct. That would be a very not productive way to spend that donation. No gold toilets for poodles yet. What is the number one reason that people surrender pets? A, the dog barked during a Zoom meeting. B, allergies. Or C, finances. They finally realized the cat isn't going to help with the rent.
It's between B or C, but I'm gonna go with C.
The answer is actually B, but if we're being honest, C is the emotional truth. It's all about the money.
Yes, I feel like some allergies are not understood by humans, and they're like, "Oh, it must be the cat.
It's gotta be that dang cat."
Right. It's always the dang cat.
I'd say that finances are probably the second most leading reason.
Honestly, yes. People get them because they're little and cute, and then they grow up and they need surgery, they need stuff.
Or you get a puppy and then it's an 80-pound lab.
Right.
And it eats the amount of food that an 80-pound lab would eat.
Right. Wait, you're supposed to feed them every day?
That's how I got my last dog. It was a Great Dane, an all-black Great Dane named Johnny Cash, the dog in black.
I love it.
He just kept getting bigger.
Yeah.
They're like, I didn't know he was going to be a big dog.
It's a Great Dane.
Who heard of a Great Dane getting big?
What's the top health issue in shelter animals? A, heartworm. B, existential dread. Or C, fleas unionizing for better working conditions.
So heartworms are only prevalent in certain parts of the country, whereas fleas are everywhere.
Well, but the states that are common for heartworm do typically have less spay-neuter resources.
Also, the places that have heartworm also have bad flea problems.
True.
They're kind of intrinsically linked.
I'm going to go with the heartworm.
Correct. The answer is A. But let's keep an eye on those fleas. They're organizing.
Story 2. Parasite of Nightmares returns.
The New World screwworm is back. And yes, it's exactly as horrifying as it sounds.
Describe its vibe. A, Airbnb guest who doesn't want to leave. B, the before picture in horror movies. C, your ex, but with more maggots. Or D, all of the above.
D, all of the above. I like all
Correct. The correct answer is D, all of the above. Screwworms just don't sound... They just don't sound Gucci.
What are the signs of screwworms? A, nasty wounds. B, animals scratching like it's the Coachella dance tent. Or C, maggots blinking help in Morse code.
This one I'm totally oblivious to. Haven't taught parasitology in a while. So what are my options? We got maggots, itching, or wounds, right? I'm going to go with wounds.
That's correct. The correct answer is A. But if it's C, film it, and you've got a Netflix deal, because maggots blinking help in Morse code is terrifying.
My kryptonite. Maggots are my kryptonite.
Oh gosh, yeah, I love gross things. I do. Like abscesses, wounds, love it. Maggots.
Maggots. Oh, no, can't.
I actually like bugs. I'm not a fan of maggots.
Yeah, well, I like beetles and stuff are cool, but...
I like beetles, but I mean, a beetle larva, which I do like, is like a giant maggot.
I guess that's true. The USDA says to report it ASAP. We're talking about screwworm. What's the number for the USDA? A, 911, but with a dramatic flair. B, 866-536-7500. 9-3. Or C, you just scream into a cornfield and you wait.
I'm going to go with B.
It is B, but if you're in rural Kansas, you might as well try C.
Scream into the void.
I mean, that's what I usually do. That's how I handle my existential dread.
Story 3, vets need hugs, and maybe a nap. A new survey says 94% of pet owners trust their vet, but only 49% of vets feel appreciated. So what's the deal? A, people think vet school is just watching Grey's Anatomy, but with a dog. B, vets don't have time to brag. C, the thank you card industry died in 2012. Or D, we don't really know.
My favorite one that you said was the thank you card industry died in 2003. That's the one I want to pick. But I wonder if it's we don't really know. But I like that the thank you, the gratification cards kind of went away.
That's true, but the correct answer is D. Also, 65% of clients think that vets have a, quote, work-life balance, unquote, which is adorable. It's like thinking your dentist lives at the spa.
That's cute. That's cute.
Speaking of work-life balance, what does work-life balance actually look like? A, crying in the supply closet at midnight. B, eating lunch while removing porcupine quills. C, spaying a dog and eating a granola bar at the same time. Or D, none of these options define work-life balance.
None of these options define work-life balance, but I would say if you don't have work-life balance, the closest one you were going to get is eating that lunch and the porcupine quills.
Wait, lunch and working?
Yeah, we get lunch. All right.
Sounds balanced to me.
Right? Got your job in one hand and your lunch in the other. But number C, spaying a dog and eating a granola bar at the same time, it's not a joke. That's just a Thursday.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about work-life balance, but in reality, a lot of what you're seeing is that working at the same time that you're supposed to be doing the not working.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've just had my DoorDash delivered to the clinic and then just ate at the front desk. Someone walks in, I'm shoving my sandwich in the drawer. One time, I ordered a pizza, and I was eating my pizza, and a client came in, and I was like, oh, crap. So I shoved the pizza in a drawer, and I forgot it there. And then the next day, my coworker came in. Like,
just found
why
some
is there
drawer
pizza? Just drawer pizza.
Oh, sweet desk pizza.
Oh, sweet. Who closed last night? They rock.
Yeah, I think it's been the same for pretty much everywhere I work.
Mm-hmm. That's not fair.
No, we should probably do something about it. Obviously, it's worse in the medical field because pretty much everything is urgent.
Fair.
Bonus lightning round. Blink and you'll miss it. Let's finish strong. Shout your answers like your gloves are already covered in cat pee. You can't really get these wrong. So don't think about it, just go as fast as you can.
All right, I'm shouting them, right?
Lightning round.
Right.
There's going to be 3 options. Don't think too hard, just pick one.
What's the most common vet school snack? A, coffee. B, a sad salad. Or C, tears of anatomy students.
Oh, I teach anatomy. Tears of anatomy students.
I did cry a couple of times in anatomy. The best emotional support animal. A, a dog. B, a capybara. Or C, just one that doesn't sue you.
The one that doesn't sue you.
It's always best when your pets don't sue you.
Got her mind on the money. What's the least cooperative patient? A goose, A. B, an angry cat. Or C, a toddler with a turtle.
Definitely toddlers with turtles.
Children are an unruly lot and have no place in the veterinary business.
They're like your tiny little drunk, broke besties.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't treat these animals. Take them elsewhere.
Right. You're looking for the pediatrician. Because they don't know how to say pediatrician.
Right.
The most used vet phrase. A, this might sting. B, who's a good boy? Or C, this'll be on your bill.
Who's a good boy? Definitely number one.
Dr. Dad, if treating a duck or a goose, would have said this will be on your bill.
I had to get birth control for a goose.
Whoa.
What? Really?
Yeah, to help them from being egg bound.
And you can treat that with... I thought you had to do surgery on that.
This day I was in GP in Arkansas and she was like, so I'm going to need you to order this birth control for this goose. And I was like,
Like call it into a pharmacy?
I had to look up a special company that like did it, but it kept them from being...
That exclusively makes goose birth
like
control?
Like a compounder?
Yeah, I don't remember where we got it from, but I just remember the question being like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, right, yeah. A normal human reaction to the weird thing you said.
Interesting. I love that. I had someone call for a morning after pill for a pig. I was like, we don't even treat pigs at this office.
He's like, well, dag nabbit, and he hung up the phone.
Oh, yeah. And then one other time, another weird one was a person called and asked if he said he got a king cobra while he was over in the Middle East in the military. And he wondered if we had the anti-venom. I was like,
oh, no.
For a king how did you get it overseas? Do you know how hard it is to ship an animal?
yeah. So yeah, somehow I got it over there. I was like, how big is it? I was like,
Oh my God, they're huge.
Also, how urgently do you need the anti-venom?
yeah. I was like, you need to call the zoo, sir.
Is this a proactive phone call or a reactive phone call?
Yes. Oh, God.
It's like, do you have the anti-venom for a king cobra? It's like, no, I don't think so. It's like, well.
Better luck next time.
Well, I had about enough time for one phone call, so I guess that's it.
I'm going to let you go. Bye.
Well, we kind of lost the plot a bit, but the last question. Where do screwworms belong? A, in nightmares, B, under Satan's fridge, or C, in a rocket aimed at the sun?
In our nightmares.
I was going to say in hell, but yes, nightmares work too.
Yeah. That's probably where they'll be living tonight because I'll be like, screwworms, what? What?
I know.
Google screwworms.
I know. I didn't. I wanted to.
Did you
them
see
real
that
quick.
people, it was a couple years ago, but like on TikTok, there was a trend where people were making like the tapeworm like shot that you drink. I was like,
oh, no.
What?
yeah. So it's like a tapeworm shot, a shooter. And it
has like larvae in it?
yeah, but I think they use like, I don't know if like mayonnaise or something to make like the tapeworm looking thing in the shot.
Oh, no. Okay. So it's not like a real tapeworm. It's...
No, it's just a tape.
Oh, that makes me itch. Ooh, I don't like screwworms. Oh, I don't like them.
Yeah, they're like...
They look like maggots or like mango worms.
They're like bot flies.
Clay,
Botfly
get off of that. I can't. Clay, stop clicking on
Well,
it.
that one wasn't buried into flesh.
They're really itchy.
Yeah.
They look itchy.
There was a cluster of them. It was unfortunate. It looked like the seeds on a strawberry.
So please call the USDA and then immediately light the screwworms on fire.
Maybe not if they're still in your dog, I guess.
Well, yeah, like help your dog first and then set them on fire. Have you ever injected a tick with peroxide?
I saw people that possibly got in trouble for doing that. So I don't...
Really?
Yeah. I guess it's not the same as if people injected peroxide in testicles. That doesn't happen at all. Never. And yeah. So I think if we are a curious field and science is important and we've all dabbled.
So I'm guessing, okay, for my own sake, for my own sanity, you guys just danced around injecting peroxide inside of testicles. These testicles are ones that have been, say, removed in a surgery.
Allegedly. We would never do something like that.
Nope.
But it is said that some people have and that it's really funny.
But I can definitely see like an old veterinarian be like, hey, check this out. Want to see something cool? You know those little bouncy balls you get out of the little gumball machines? I had a chemistry teacher that was a lot like that. He used to be a demolitions expert in the military, and then he became a high school chemistry teacher, and was pretty unhinged.
That was an unhinged individual.
He was fantastic. But he would do things like if the class was too quiet, he'd silently get up and walk over to the blast cage, and he'd slice off a piece of sodium and drop it in a vial of water and then put it in the blast cage and shut the door real quick. And it would explode, rattling the cage, destroying whatever beaker it was in, and it would scare everybody. And he thought that was the best.
He sounds like a military dude. I was in the Navy, and our ordnance people are called AOs, and we would always be like, AO, but they party hard, okay? And those are aviation ordnance people, and they like to blow stuff up. So I can imagine.
Right. Why get a job where you blow stuff up if you don't want to?
I think that sounds like the perfect job.
He also one time mixed up some iodine crystals, and he's like, yeah, check this out. And he threw them on the ground. They kind of like exploded rapid fire like Pop Rocks. And it left these little brown yellowish stains on the tile. And he's like, yeah, you can't get that off. But
Oh, no.
he's like, the janitors are going to be pissed. They're going to be really mad at me. And it was just kind of matter of fact.
He had tenure. He didn't care.
Right, yeah, no, he'd been there for like 22 years or something. He's about to retire.
Oh, he was like, YOLO.
Right, he had a big jar of mercury, and he wasn't supposed to have it.
Oh my God.
So I'm helping him clean out the chemical closet, and I pick up this big jar, and it's so heavy. And he's like, "Ooh, careful with that." He's like, I'm not supposed to have that either, so if you could just keep this between me and you, that'd be great. But then he showed me how to clean the dust out of it, and that's fun because dust gets on the surface of it because it's a liquid at room temperature, and you dip the paper in to get the dust off, and the dust would stay on the paper, but the paper would be dry when you pulled it out because the mercury was too dense to be absorbed by the paper. So it was really strange.
That's so cool.
But you're not supposed to have it because it does slowly diffuse at room temperature, and we'll get into like the ventilation system and give everyone mercury poisoning.
We used to put mercury in thermometers. Yeah,
that's usually where you'd see it at.
But I love that for you, that you got to do that.
Yeah,
that's
super
so fun. That's so cool.
I did stuff that I can't say. If I told you, they'd have to cut it out. But But
he's seen some stuff.
I've seen and done some things in that classroom for sure.
Well, folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these brief messages.
We'll be right back with more Vet Candy.
For years, Reconcile has stood by your side to help dogs and their families navigate the challenges of separation anxiety with unwavering reliability. Trusted by veterinary behaviorists and proven in countless cases, it remains the steadfast choice for bringing balance and well-being to the pets who need it the most. When consistency, experience, and trust matter, turn to the veteran of calm, because peace of mind is earned, not claimed. Did you know that Reconcile.com has helpful resources for both veterinarians and pet owners? Be sure to check out the Behavior Bits portal for expert advice from top veterinary behaviorists about common issues like crate training, the importance of enrichment toys, independence training, and much more. Check it out at Reconcile.com. Important safety information. The most common adverse events reported in decreasing order of reported frequency are decreased appetite, depression, lethargy, shaking, shivering, tremor, vomiting, restlessness and anxiety, seizures, aggression, diarrhea, dilated pupils, vocalization, weight loss, panting, confusion, incoordination, and excessive salivation. Reconcile chewable tablets are contraindicated for dogs with a history of seizures or when used with drugs that may cause seizures. Consult your veterinarian for complete safety information or read the package insert. The information, tools, and material presented on this site are provided for informational and educational purposes only. Please consult your veterinarian for an official diagnosis of canine separation anxiety and to learn more about Reconcile.
Well, Clay, what's Ashley's final score?
She only missed one.
What? Well, that is so awesome. And you've done so amazing. And you do awesome stuff. And you're on, tell us where your social media handles.
My social media handles are for Facebook. I am Ashli.Selke.RVT. And then my Instagram, I am Selke Selfie.
Cute.
And then you can also find me hanging out on LinkedIn.
Yes, you can. I think that's where I met you, was on LinkedIn.
Yes. Where my great minds go to meet.
Okay, all right. I was just wondering if you had ever like Googled your last name and be like, "Well, hold on,
I have a cool last name."
Yeah, I married into it, but my kids, they love. There's a animation movie about the Selkie, and they love watching it, where the girl puts on the Selkie coat and she turns into a seal, and yeah, so they love that. It's one of their favorites.
That's so sweet. I used to watch when I was a kid. It was the anime Little Mermaid, and it was the Hans Christian Andersen, like, true to the original, which is a tragedy.
Yeah.
Spoiler. The prince chooses the other girl, and she couldn't turn back into a mermaid. But if she kills him, when his blood touches her toes, it would turn back into a tail, and then she could go back to, underwater and live her mermaid life. But she couldn't do it, and now she's sea foam.
Yeah, she throws herself in grief into the ocean and becomes sea foam.
And it was one of those stories. It was like every time you're bad as a child, the Little Mermaid has to be sea foam for like another 100 years or something like that.
Stories were made exclusively to punish children.
Underwater is both magical and terrifying.
Boy, is it.
So tell me more about this ADHD superpower you have.
Oh, yes. That is my neurodivergent superpower. So
Unite.
yes, rise up. No, my ADHD, I was only diagnosed just within the last 4 or 5 years. And I always was different, and everything. I was a 4-time VTE test taker. It took me longer to get through school. All these things added up, and I was like, oh, this totally makes sense.
Oh, wow. The VTE, you did 4 times?
Yeah, I did 4 times.
Wow. That's so inspiring, though, because I see people all the time who are like, I didn't pass on the first time, I'm never going to pass it. And that's not true.
Yeah. So I try to always, when I see people that hadn't passed it, I'm like, hey, I'm a 4-time taker. I had to go before the state board to request to take it again. If after 3 times you have to get approval to take it. And I was like, I'm going to pass it.
Oh.
Yes. And so I learned that my brain sees things in a different light than maybe a neurotypical person would see them. And I like to think in strategies, and also legal analysis comes very easily to my brain. I love to sit and read a practice act. I love to sit and read the legislation. So I sit on the Indiana Veterinary Medical Board, and I saw where in the statutes that we could, have fines for our title protection that wasn't being portrayed as it should be by our laws. Indiana has very good title protection. We have penalties for misuse by misdemeanor. We have so many protections in place, but if they're not being followed, then that's a big issue. I worked with the state board, and last week they sent out a stern warning to all of our colleagues, veterinary colleagues and registered veterinary technicians, that for any misuse of the word tech or technician or RVT, registered veterinary technician, any misuse that could mean that nomenclature would give you the sense of being a veterinary technician, or would imply that you're a veterinary technician. You cannot use any language of that sort. And it can be fined up to $1,000 per offense.
Wow. So per staff member, if they're listed on their website as a technician when they're actually an assistant.
So yeah, if they have 10 people and they're meet our technicians, our 10 technicians, and then only 6 of them are RVTs, then they could get charged $4,000 for those 4 people who are not
credentialed. Sure.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was a very big deal. It was a very big step to take. And I shared it on my platforms, and it's gone. My analytics say that it's reached over 35,000 people, and
Wow.
people have shared it in Arizona and Kansas and
That's
New
so
Jersey,
cool.
Washington, and everybody. It's important to people. that title protection matters. And I sent my
You worked
board
very hard for that.
Yeah, I sent my board a thank you letter after it, just saying, thank you for what you did today. Like it means the world when veterinarians stand with us and say that what we do matters. And I just thank them all for that. And I thought that was a really good deal that I could share with all of you today.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's not just, that you worked hard for it, but also it's misleading.
Right.
It's misleading and predatory to the customers or the clients.
Sure.
And he's like, oh, well, we've got these resources, and then you don't.
Right. And mad respect to all credentialed, and I'm saying credentialed because it's different in, different states, RVT, LVT, CVT, whatever. But credentialed veterinary technicians, tech school's freaking hard. I was doing the Penn Foster program, and I got to the clinical part and was like, I'm not a tech.
Oh,
yeah. People think my anatomy class is super hard. And I'm like, I'm just making you the best that you can be out there. I'm like,
yeah,
I know it seems hard, but I was like, once you master this, I'm like, everything's going to follow this anatomy. So we got to get this right. And they're like, oh.
Absolutely. And anatomy and physiology, I had a hard time with it, but I also found it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's fascinating, but it's hard.
I worked with Dr. Hannon, who's at Purdue University. So he had already made a anatomy application platform for veterinarian students. And so I took his idea and I turned it into a platform for veterinary technician students or veterinary nursing students. Mm-hmm. And so our company that I partner with him is called activelessonedtech.com. And so you can go on there and there's all kinds of diagrams and you can look at anatomy and you can see it. And I do it in a way where it makes you reason and do spatial awareness instead of just like, oh, here's a femur and please point out this femur. So it makes you look at things from a medial to lateral perspective and different ways. And so
that's that neurodivergence.
Yes, if anybody ever wants to check that. And everything's color coordinated because of that neurodivergence. So
I love it. I'm neurodivergent too. I love it.
And so it's activelessonedtech.com. So if anybody ever wants to check it out, I've got some CE courses on there too for even if veterinary technicians or veterinarians either, if they want to get some CE on how to better do ultrasounds, abdominal ultrasounds or echocardiograms, those are in there as well.
That's awesome. You got to get your CE anyway. You might as well go see my girl, Ashli Selke.
I love continuing education. Stave off those student loans for as long as you can.
What's the most CE you've ever gotten a year?
Oh, I don't do CE. I've recorded with Vet Candy some.
Yeah, he does the CE podcast.
Yeah. I produce some content that functions as continuing education.
When I was president and I had to go to so many conventions and meetings all over the country, and I think I had 137 hours of CE that year.
Jeez.
Yeah. I was like, I'm good. I was like, do I have to write this all down? I was like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's more than you needed.
You can't roll those over, huh?
No.
Oh,
gosh.
No, but I had my fair share of CE that year. I was like, I got it. That and going and supporting friends and everything like that who do their speaking rounds and things like that. I like to support anybody when I can. So I try to go and see their talks. Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a speaker. I want to speak at conventions.
That's fun.
About veterinary reception and being the best wench you can be.
Veterinary receptionists are hardcore. It's a hard job.
It is. Thank you.
And it is the one thing, it's the first people that clients talk to, the last people they talk to when they leave. And there are so many random questions that you get called about. So, like
the morning after pill for pigs.
Yeah. Or the goose birth control.
Yeah, really. That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. And my favorite was a lady that called us and told me that I had called her and on a callback and to never call her back again. And I was like, what? I I don't know who you are to not call you back.
Right?
She's like, I'm playing these games with you. Don't you call me back. And I'm like, I can't guarantee that because I don't know who you are. She's like, stop playing these foolish games. Don't you call me. It was a back and forth that it makes me laugh to this day. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, I can't guarantee that. Bye.
I love when people call you back and like, I left this immaculate voicemail the other day. I remembered everything. I was confirming appointments. I was like, your appointment's at this time with this and blah. Don't forget to bring your check so you don't have to pay a processing fee, blah, blah, blah. It was beautiful. It was so good. I felt so good about myself. They didn't listen.
They just called back?
They just called back.
Nice.
And I said, did you get my voicemail? And they're like, no, I didn't listen to it. Or my favorite is when they say, and I say, okay, who is this? Like, you called me. Like, I called a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's like, my job is to call people.
It's my actual job.
The audacity that was bought with a coupon. Wow, this is super fun, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on. It was so awesome. You kicked butt.
Anytime. Thanks for making the questions so I could answer them.
Well, that's it for Brain Smarts. If you laughed, learned, or dry heaved thinking about screwworms, follow Vet Candy.
And remember, if you see a screwworm, report it or burn it. And if you see a vet, thank them, feed them, maybe adopt them.
It's Vet Candy.
Vet Candy.
It's Vet Candy Radio.